Hello the internet! It is Saturday the 19th of November 2022 and welcome back to the channel. And welcome to a live stream for YouTube only. This is a Saturday YouTube style stream. If you're watching this and you're not on YouTube, I beseech thee, I beg you, I urge you, I tell you, I ask of you, I request of you, I inquire of you, I demand of you, I insist of you. Come on over to YouTube. You know what that is, right? When I'm telling you to go over to DLive, it's like, what? Where? Who? What? But if I tell you to go to YouTube, you know what YouTube is. Just go there and then search for Gives a Minute and you'll see this live stream. Unless you already subscribed to me and therefore you should have got a notification that I am live. I see in the chat there, I see Daleski. What a dude. How you doing, Dale? Good to see you. By the way, before we get into the content here, I want to say, holy crap, I saw 6 viewers and now I see 1. Okay. At one point, I saw 6 viewers on my YouTube, on my Facebook page, on the Gives a Minute Facebook page. 6 viewers. That's a record number. Daleski, I'm not a mod here. I better be a good boy, or H-Man will slick Shyla onto me. I can fix that for you, Dale. Aerogamer, here we go. We've got all the crew in here now. Dugski, how you doing, you little shunter of a steam engine, you? Hello, Gives and Gives. How you doing, man? Let me just go ahead and mod a few crew here in the Chisel chat. Well, first of all, I was gonna mod Doug, but then you know what? You might not want to mod for me. I can sense that Dale wants it because he asked, but I don't know. Doug, do you want a mod for me on my YouTube channel? Before we get too deep in, just another further apology. This is a very crunchy throat I've got going right now. I just came back 2 days ago now from 6 days camping, breathing in a lot of smoke. And yeah, I'm still kind of crunching that crap out, getting through it. Hendrick's in the house. Hendrick, how you doing? Yo. So let me pull up the Chisel chat for us all to play along with, and let me ask you the question here. I want to watch the World Cup soccer, football, FIFA 2022 Qatar World Cup thing. It's once every 4 years. It comes up in about a day. Starts tomorrow. The thing to note is, I'm not a very big soccer fan. I don't watch the game at all, aside from once every 4 years during this World Cup period. The very fact that Australia is even in this World Cup event is astounding, given that we're not that good compared to the rest of the planet. The rest of the planet is great. Most of Europe is great at football, soccer, right? We've got to work out what we're going to call it. The game with the small circular ball. Australia sits somewhere down the very bottom. So the fact that they get in, it's kind of a miracle to begin with. I fell in love with the game because of the vibe around the World Cup matches. Not so much for the actual game itself. Now, I can't remember what year this was, but it was the year when they had, wherever it was being held, was the Venezuelans. No, that's not the right word. Vevuels. Those horns that just... I think it was it Barcelona? I think it might have been Spain. That year, if it wasn't that one, it was the one before. Either way, Australia was in there and we were going out to the pubs because in this country, it's a very strange time. Although that should be different this time around. It was very strange timing to watch those matches. So we would go out to the pubs and booze up, and they were great parties. Great parties. In fact, I've got a lot of stories, but none of them are fit for consumption here. Definitely not on YouTube. So I'm a bandwagon-esque fan of the sport in the sense that I like the partying around the game. Now, as an older man, someone who wears a collared shirt on a weekend, I'm not going out to the pub to watch it. I'm going to watch it at home. Is it possible to watch it live and stream it on a streaming platform? Now, before you jump through the hoops and say, you idiot, of course you can't do that. I know that. I know you can't broadcast copyrighted material. But if I watched it like this, and I put up my television, which if I put my television, and I pulled a different mic down so you didn't see this crap, if I put my television there and I watched the game, and you yahoos also tuned your television in to the broadcast, the live broadcast, then at that point, I'm not broadcasting the game. I'm merely providing a room, let's call it a hangout room, where we can all hang out and talk about the game on the proviso that we're all watching the same broadcast and no one is rebroadcasting it. So my television will be there. In my cans, that's a bit too close. In my cans I'd have the feed, the same feed that you'd be getting, given that it's a live worldwide telecast. You'd be getting that feed in your Kansas, and you could be chatting in my chat about the gameplay. I could then react to the situation, throw my beer down in disgust, or raise my arms and wave them around like I just don't care. Whatever the thing is, I could enjoy the game and you could enjoy this dickhead reacting to it. That's kind of what I'm going with. I think there's a couple of technical issues to alleviate before we even think that this might work. The first big thing that I can see is we've all got to be watching the same game. Now, selfishly, or maybe not selfishly, I'm only interested in the Aussie games until they get wiped out, right? They're not going to last more than 3 or 4 rounds, right? Or games. And then I don't even think they'll make it through the first set of rounds. So once Australia's out, then it becomes, all right, dude, why don't you watch this game? And I'll watch it if you want to. Of course, we'll obviously watch the finals and whatever that semi-final breakdown looks like. But up until that point, I'm going to be selfish about what games I broadcast, which would be the Aussie ones. And once they're gone, which won't take very long, we can then move into, all right, dude, I wouldn't mind seeing what you think about this team. It's my home team. Or I like this country. What do you think about that? And then I'll do that. And we'll do it like YouTube, so it'll stick around as a rerun. I mean, when I was thinking about this, I was thinking, okay, so you can't broadcast the image. Can you broadcast the sound? I don't think you'd be able to, right? I don't think I'd be able to broadcast half of the broadcast. So visual audio, it's an entire package. You can't just split up the visuals from the audio and I feed the audio in. That's not right. So then it obviously also begs the question, well, where are we going to watch it? I think in Australia, I haven't even sussed this out, but I'm assuming it's on free to air. I guess we should work that crap out too, right? We'll bring it up. We'll have a look at it. In the chit chat though, who's Pablo? I've never heard of the guy. Dalebold 69 soccer. That sounds like something that'll get you thrown in the slammer. Oh shit. Let's play a cap game. Oh crap, this is YouTube. Whoopsie. Can't play a cap game out here on the tubes of you. Interesting. I'm not familiar with all the YouTube terms of service. May need to research a little. I prefer college football. Lots of scoring and action. Soccer is kind of yawn. Okay. I can see that, and I understand that. I agree and I disagree about that. Soccer can definitely be a boring thing to watch, but we are dealing with the biggest platform of the planet in terms of this game. So this is when every country that's into it goes, all right, let's all go there and let's get it. So if there's ever going to be a time to watch, like if you're ever going to check out this sport, this is the time to do it. And it's once every 4 years. I believe it's late this year. I think it's like later than it should be because of COVID. Yeah. I think it's later than it should be because of something. But that's what I'm saying. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm completely on the bandwagon here. I'm not a fan. and I don't have posters on my walls and soccer and this and that, but I understand how cool it is once every 4 years. And at that point, I jump on that bandwagon and I run around like I'm the biggest soccer fan you could imagine, with respect to whatever. But so well, first of all, let's go over here. This is, by the way, this is my D-Live stream, and I just put a little linky poo there to tell you all to get over to here. I'll just put it in there again. That's where we're streaming right now. But let's go and have a look at how to watch World Cup FIFA 2022 Australia free. The matches against France, Tunisia, and Denmark will be broadcast live and free on SBS and streamed live on SBS On Demand in Australia. Okay. Okay. How do I merge? Well, okay, so what was going through my mind right there was, I've got an Apple TV. It's over yonder. Does it have an audio output? It doesn't, does it? It's HDMI. I've got a... Heavens above, have I got to use my HDMI splitter? I've got one of those right here. I've got to use... No, that's not it. This brings two sources of HDMI in and one out. Somehow I've got to get the audio from SBS On Demand into my cans and not broadcast it through... That's an easy way to do it, dude. What are you talking about? Just go to SBS On Demand. Alright, close that drawskis. Hendrik, I think it's later because Qatar is currently its colder months. Ah, it's not to do with the other C word, right? Okay, I thought it was. Well, let's have a look at SBS On Demand. So we could, because what I'm thinking is I could bring this up on here, right? I could bring this up here, but just not broadcast it. That way I could just have the soccer game right there, and then I'd just be on this scene. Or even this scene. Now, it's got to have the chat, right? We've got to have the chat. So I could just sit here and look at that and make sure the audio comes through here, but you yahoos don't hear it. It's easy, man. So how does this even work, this SBS On Demand? There's live television. World Movies, Viceland. I guess this is the ad for the World Cup skis. It says here, stream all 64 matches of the FIFA World Cup 2022 live and free with SBS On Demand, and watch full replays, mini matches, and highlights. Starts 21st of November, so it's not tomorrow, it's the next day. So live and upcoming. This is the opening game. Qatar versus Ecuador. This is on Sunday night at 1:55 a.m. my time. Well, shit me. Should we watch the opening game? This is the opening game, folks. We should watch this, right? Monday morning at 1:55 a.m. my time. I mean, I'm keen. Opening ceremony and the opening game of Qatar versus Ecuador. Kick off at 3 a.m. Dale, is streaming live games allowed? You dickhead. You not been listening to me this whole spiel? Is streaming live games allowed? Dale, are you boozing, or did you just walk out of the room for the entire last 19 minutes? You idiot. Sometimes I don't know if you just like, if you're watching and you're like, oh, he's just rambling, I'll come back in 10 and see if he's still rambling. Because you must have missed that whole spiel, dude. I heard you, but I don't understand fully. Okay, let me break it down to the booze hound in the chat, known as Dale Bold. I am not going to broadcast anything. I'm going to tell you where I'm watching it. Maybe put a little link in the chat. In this case, it'd be like this. I'd say, well, I'm over here, cobbers. And I'll pop this in the chat. You guys can go to that link and start watching the same thing I'm watching. So you bring up, basically I'm providing you with a room to hang out and chew the fat while we all watch the same thing because it's live. So we're not sending, I'm not rebroadcasting anything. I'm just broadcasting me watching it. You're not seeing, like I'm not putting this on screen. I'll sit on this scene right here and I would watch it and I'd watch my chat and then we could all have a chat about it. Commentary, got it. Yeah. That's it. Okay. And the other thing too, what we might be able to do, just for the sake of it, is we could sort of change up my stream, sort of like my layout and everything to make it look more World Cup-esque. I don't know. We could change. I don't know. The background could be a flag of each country that's playing or something. The Australian would be the Aussie flag, and then we choose the other flag. I don't know. I'm not boozing yet. Emphasis on yet. Right. Okay. So. Okay, so as I'm nutting this out, this would definitely be a thing that could work. What was I going to say? I feel like I should, if we do that, I should kill that back. Oh, but then, see, if I don't broadcast any crowd noise. So what I'm trying to think, like, could I broadcast the sound of the crowd, like the stadium sounds? But then you get the commentary. No, I can't do that. So do we need some kind of underlay audio just rattling around to because this, if I stop for a second, that's dead air, right? But if I've got just a tune playing underneath it, it's not dead air. It's a little bit, you can't really hear it anyway, I guess, but The other thing is, would people watch this? Would people watch some Yahoo watching the game? I mean, okay, it's a funky world we live in. We already know kids love watching people play games. Do people like watching people watching a game being played? Hey, Toby, how you doing, man? Toby Bredson, just a generic crowd loop. I mean, I could get something like that for sure. I could do that. An audio loop, yeah, like an audio sound, like let me go and see what we could find. Free audio, I guess football stadium loop. Free stadium sound effects downloads, stadium sound effects, quick sounds, Pond 5 sound effects, stadium, football stadium sound effect, Pond 5. Let's take a look at this. Play it. I don't think this would work. I don't think that would work because it would be super strange because you'd think people are cheering when nothing's happening in the actual game. Yeah, and by the way, that would be super confusing for me. I'd have to not hear it myself then. Yeah. In that regard, it doesn't really matter what it is though. Like, it doesn't have to be the stadium. It could just be like an orchestra or something, right? It just needs to be the audio that fills the gap. Because let's also think about this. Oh, you know what? No, it shouldn't. I shouldn't have any background audio. I was just going to say, what if you turn up my vocal? So you turn up my stream and you've got the game playing. You don't want to hear anything like this, hey? You cut that. Oh, my bad. When we're over here, you don't want to hear anything because you just want to hear what I've got to say if you're mixing the two in. Yeah, okay. Let's play some slut sounds or duck noises. Any comments on D-Live's new payment options to buy lemons? Dale, I'll definitely talk about that in a second or in a little while. I just want to nut this out because it starts, like, if I do decide to do this, which I probably will, it's going to require a fair amount of commitment from me. I'm going to have to wake up at like 1 o'clock to watch the opening game and blah, blah, bling. And I got to make certain it's going to work. So, okay, I'm going to go with no audio. I'm going to change my stream layout to just be like the flag of the country that's playing. I might even do a little funky intro thing, countdown or something. I don't know. Oh, I guess the other big thing is, when are the Aussie matches? If that's the opening match, England versus Iran. I mean, that'd be pretty cool to watch. Senegal versus the Netherlands in 2 days. USA versus Wales, Group B. In 3 days. When does the Aussies start playing? Here we go. Browse by team. Aussie. In 4 days' time at 4:55 a.m. is France v Australia. Okay. Then in a week's time, so these are the definite games that we have, right? The 3 games. So, okay, so basically we're going to lose that game. We're going to lose to France. Tunisia. I don't know what they're like. Denmark, we're probably going to lose the French game and the Denmark game. We might win this one. Either way, the match hub. Is this the Group D? Yeah, okay. Okay. And you can definitely watch it here. You don't have to go to your Apple TV or anything. You can just do it right here, right? You can just do it right here. So if I hit that, it would tell you that it's going to be played here. It's not going to say you got to go and get your Apple TV and plug it in here, blah, blah, bling, blang, blang, do you? You do it right here. You hit play. I guess so. Tunisia. Thank you, Dale, for the phonetic pronunciation. All right. Well, I reckon that's a pretty much, that's an easy option. You know, like I'll do a little change up of my stream layout and this and that, and we'll start watching the World Cup football, FIFA. We'll definitely watch the opening ceremony and the opening game, and I guess we'll take it from there. I guess the other thing to ask is, does anybody want this? Is anybody else doing this? Let me see on YouTube. Is anybody doing this? Like, am I the only person gonna do this? If we search for World Cup FIFA. Oh, that's another question. What should I tag my streams as? World Cup FIFA reaction? Is it a reaction video? Reaction stream? Geez, Benon, if you get me watching YouTube again, I may just have to kick your ass. Okay. Oh, dude. Okay, so there are people doing this. England versus Iran live stream FIFA World Cup 2022. Watch along reaction. Interesting. Okay, so this is a channel called Wrestling Days. No copyright content. Says here, FIFA World Cup 2022 live stream, England versus Iran live stream. Watch along with full FIFA World Cup 2022 live reactions. Contains no copyrighted content. This England versus Iran live stream is my England versus Iran watch along to the football FIFA World Cup. So there's a lot of words in here to get the tags working. England versus Iran comes from the Khalifi International Stadium. FIFA World Cup 2023 live stream featuring live reactions to the full England versus Iran match. This free England versus Iran. Wow, look at all these. Look at all these tags, man. They're just riding the Google algorithm. Hey, they've written that down how many times? I mean, yeah, okay, so it's a watch-along reaction. I mean, they've kind of stolen my idea. Not that this was my original idea, but these yahoos are in on it. Well, then in that case, wouldn't it be cool to not just have me there? Wouldn't it be cool to have other people call in? Call-ins. We already can do those on my stream by going over... Where have I set this up on YouTube? Hold on a second. Here, isn't it? Nope. Okay. Here? Yeah. That's not it. Okay, so I need to do a bit of work on that. So what I'm thinking is if people want to call in, I need to have that set up, ready to roll, right? Oh, you want to call in and talk with me while the live game's on. Here's the link, the restream link, and we just pull that up full screen. No chat overlays, just the full screen restream. Definitely be better than just you solo. Well, how about this then? How about this? I have like a main page like this, and it rolls down the bottom. It says, watch me reacting to the World Cup FIFA game, whatever it is. If you want to join me, here's the if you want to join me, ask in the chat, and I'll give you a link, and you can come on and you can react with me. In that regard, I would only need to have one scene, right? Like just this scene. Yeah, just one setup. But then it's nice to have this where we can have the chat on. What is a super chat? That is a way to donate to your favorite streamer. In this case, Gives a Minute, and you can contribute financially to the content, and it does bring up funky overlays and whatnot. But I do like that there are people that are doing, well, at least this channel, Wrestling Days. I guess I've got to keep an eye on what other crew are doing, right? Like, if this is the channel that's doing it, I'm gonna follow what they've done, basically follow what they're doing. All right, well, look, let's leave it at that. I'm gonna do it, and it could be a stupid decision of mine. It could be ridiculously lame. It could be the most stupid thing I've ever tried to do. It could be fun. Either way, I'll do the opening match, and then I guess, depending on how tired I am, we'll work out what other matches, but then we'll definitely do the Aussie matches. I guess I'm going to think about that, how I'm going to get all that together. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, look, Dale, you wanted to talk about YouTube, D-Live. Can we take a quick break while I take a slash, and when I come back, we can have that conversation? I hope that's okay with you. I'll be right back. All right. Before we go on, though, little heads up. Can we get how many have we got? We got 5 people watching. Can we get at least 5 likey poops? I see 3 likes. I'd like to get that to 5 skins. If we can do that, that'd be terrific. Skis. So Dale, DLive, what did you say? They've changed. Any comments on DLive's new payment option to buy lemons? Let's have a look, because I did see something kind of interesting on DLive this morning. I noticed this. Can you see that? I noticed there's too big. I noticed there's this here. New payment. Is that what you're referring to? I also noticed this, man. If you go down here and you go to earnings, click on earnings, go from lemon to crypto. I noticed this. Now, this might have been there for a while, but I have not seen it before. It says here, to ensure your coins remain in demand, 20% of all received donations are burned. The amounts shown below are reflective of the 20% burn. So a burn in terms of crypto is when a coin is removed from circulation through any means that requires. In this case, via a donation, you're effectively burning supply. This is interesting, but what's confusing to me, or what's not confusing, but what's misleading, is that the donation currencies, including BTT, TRX, and USDD, which is the Tron stablecoin. So are we burning BTT and TRX and USDD? If you donate to a streamer on DLive, are you effectively reducing the supply of all of these 3 coins? I think that's how I understand it. I'm back. Yeah, cool, Dale. We just got in on this. I'm just talking about what you suggested we look at DLive new payments method. I'm not sure what this is. Is this new payment this graphic? And by the way, that's just how it sits there. Like if you put it back to like viewing at 100% or actual size, it just comes up like that there. It just sits there in that little, I don't know. I've not noticed that before today, but what I have noticed, if you go down to a channel or your own channel and you click on earnings, which I've just done there, making it a lot larger so we can see it, clicked on the earnings tab, and I went from lemon, changing the lemon earning tab to crypto. There's this new little message here, and it says, to ensure your coins remain in demand, 20% of all received donations are burned. The amounts shown below are reflective of the 20% burn. So, like I was just saying, a burn in terms of cryptocurrency is not unusual. There's many different tokenomics and game theories that includes burning currencies to increase their value, because less supply means more demand, less to go around. But what I don't get is, if you donate to a streamer and you choose BTT, are you effectively reducing the supply of BTT across everywhere, or is there an allocated BTT for DLive? It wouldn't make sense, right? It's global. So I guess I just answered my own question. You're burning cryptocurrency in the form of BTT or TRX or USDD, which I'd never used, but I understand that's the Tron stablecoin pegged for the dollar. So, and can a stablecoin have a limited supply? How can a stablecoin have a limited supply? I don't get that. A stablecoin is 1 for 1. I guess there's more to it than that. What's your take on this, Dale? And is there anything that I'm missing because I'm not part of the community anymore? Like, is there a community tab about this or something? I don't see the Discord, so I've seen this posted in my Discord though. We're looking for translation ninjas within our community. This came up a few days ago. I was out camping. Let's have a look. Hello, DLive. We're very lucky to have the best community. That's such a... Okay. And we want to spread that love all around the world. Okay, but yeah, you banned me from the Discord for asking a question. Okay. So we're looking for a few language ninjas in the community to assist with site translation. Right now, we are looking for assistance in the following regions: Russia, Czech Republic, and Poland. Japan and Indonesia, German, French, Greek. Wow. If you would like to volunteer and help translate our iOS, Android, and web platforms, you can make an account through Crowdin at the links below. And join our Discord. Should I just join the Discord again? We thank you for helping make the community even... So it's volunteered. It's volunteer. Oh, look, D-Live. What? D-Live FIFA World Cup tournament? What? Oh, it's a campaign? Okay. I don't know what this is, folks. All right. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so they've obviously got a campaign going on there. Yeah, I don't see any of this stuff anymore, folks, because I'm not allowed in the Discord. I got to be the only verified partner to not have access to the Discord, which is strange in itself, because that is one of the features of being verified, to get access to the Discord so you can ask questions direct to the staff, and then you can filter that back through to the channel, through to the platform. I don't know. I can't really speak on it because I don't know anything about it. Volunteer English to Aussie, mate. Laugh my fucking ass off. Well, I don't know. I mean, if you want to talk about this, you're going to have to do the talking because I don't know anything about it. It's a thing, though. They can pay me big bucks to get me to translate, Hendrik. I mean, if I understand correctly, it looks like a volunteer position. But as we did find out once in the past, the guardianship program was always spoken of as a volunteer program, but yet somebody, nameless to name, slipped up and told me in a DM that all guardians that have been removed, this is way back when, but all guardians that got removed have all been paid up before they were asked to leave. Those words directly, they've all been paid up and now they're leaving. So some of them, not all of them possibly, but some of them were definitely being paid. So I don't know whether this is a paid program. I don't know. I would have thought that by now there would have already been translations and whatnot. Like, are you telling me that there's been no Brazilian, no Spanish translation? But isn't Brazil the biggest D-Live? And what about the Turks? They must have had a translation. They weren't looking at the English version. So why do we need a translation all of a sudden? It would have been there from the beginning, I would have thought. Dale, I do not believe the Guardians were paid unless it changed along the way. Dude, I'll copy and paste the DM that I got from a staff member saying that the Guardians were paid up and they were left. They were told to leave and they were paid up to that point. I literally have it from a staff member. So it makes no difference either way at this point, right? It makes no difference to the situation. But all I'm saying is, if this thing is not a paid gig, so was the Guardian program, but maybe it was, and maybe it was like, well, if you're a Guardian, you don't get to tell anybody that we're paying you. As per your terms that you signed, you don't get to mention that this is a paid thing. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Either way, I don't have any further commentary on this. I don't know what this is. I don't understand it. I haven't been told anything, so... Well, not to be a jerk, but I heard things from staff that turned out to be inaccurate. I'll put it that way. Well, I mean, there's only one staff member that I thought had any real sway in anything, and that's where I heard it from. So you can work out that yourself. But I'm probably going to wrap this up. I've got to tidy my room. It's pretty filthy since I got back from this camping trip, but I guess we'll leave it there, and I might start setting up a little stream sort of setup for this World Cup stuff, get a few graphics together and whatnot, and see if I can't sort of create something that's going to be a little enticing. Yeah, I guess we'll find out, right? We'll find out if this is going to work or not. And I mean, here's the other thing too. If I go and do this, they might knock me down somehow. YouTube might say, you can't even do that. You can't even... Be like, you can't even broadcast yourself watching a copyright content because the FIFA World Cup's copyrighted, obviously. There might even be some clause that says you can't even broadcast the fact that you're watching it. That would be tricky. Yeah, I'm going to get out of here, folks. I'm happy we did this because I wanted to sort of nut it out as I go, like work out how this can happen. And I think I will do it. I think I'll do it. It'll require a little bit of effort from me, but, you know, never one to shy down from effort. Hey, I see 4 likes on a stream. Can I just remind you all to smash the like button if you can in the chat? That'd be handy. I see 7 people watching, 6 now, and I see 4 likes. If you can just tap the like on the way out, that'd be real handy. Helps me in some way, form, shape, fashion. It does help, doesn't it? Hey, folks, thanks for being here with me on the stream. This will take the place of my other streaming platform, DLive. I'm not going to stream again. This is the stream. Thanks for being here. I'll see you all tomorrow on a stream. Get out of here. I've got to go and edit my camping vlogs. Yeah. Shit, yeah. Cheers, all. Get out of there. Get out of there.